Now we would like to start as we left off with Dr. Vasilij Djackov. In his second round, he speaks about the results of the segment study on electrified short-distance passenger vessels. We are excited.
Yes, thank you. Hello again. So, the segment study on electric short-distance passenger vessels. First, I have started the analysis from the definition. What is really electric short-distance passenger vessel? And the passenger vessel, we can say that it is a vessel carrying more than 12 passengers. And then it can be already named a passenger vessel. Then for the short distance, for me was a bit more problematic. I have found only UK classification, where we have here 6 classes, so as far as I believe, and the 6th class is just describing what could be taken over as the short distance, and we have class 6 and 6A, which describes that ships engage in voyages with not more than 250 passengers on board in favorable weather conditions, also during restricted periods, and with not more than 15 miles between the points, travel points, and not more than 3 miles from land. Either it can be also not more than 50 passenger vessel with not more than 6 miles distance. And of course, when let's say we speak about the ferries that I have presented in my previous presentation, we have also ferries that can transport even cars and passengers, and these ferries can take more than generally 250 passengers, but that could be also an exception. But for the general rule, that's let's say a short distance classification. Then for the technology combination cases, we have either hybrid driven vessels that's mostly applicable to inland waterway vessels or special purpose vessels operating in short distances, or to seagoing vessels that use electric propulsion in emission control areas. And then we can have also pure electric driven vessels, what is generally due to some application restrictions, like we see also in previous presentations, that could be applied to yachts, boats, and maybe bigger inland water vessels, and also special purpose vessel operating in short distances. So I have tried to make an overview of usage cases, mainly in Europe, but also in some other world countries. And here are the examples. I will not stop in detail on each vessel, but we have some vessels in Sweden, also in Spain, Germany, and also UK, France, and even China. And only to say that most of these vessels, what are used, they are built most of them built in last 5 years period, and they are taking from 40, like this in UK, passengers till 100 and a bit more, like the vessels above. and operating in really in ports or in lagoons. Here are some cases what are quite interesting in this vessel in Sweden. Is a 15-meter electric shuttle ferry operating in short distances and using wireless charging stations to charge the batteries. And here on the right side, this yellow vessels, that's vessels built by Netherlands shipyard Damen, and delivered, as far as I know, at the moment delivered to Copenhagen port. They have Copenhagen city, let's say, and they have at the moment 5 pieces of such electric-driven water buses. There are also some potential and cases, and also some cases that are maybe already in exploitation. Also in the Netherlands and Norway, and some of them also in USA. And on the left side, you even see the high-speed boats on underwater wings, and that is, as far as I understand till now, a concept, but such potential cases are there, as I was even also presented in my last presentation. So to have a bit an overview on main players, we have here in first 2 rows mainly the shipyards that have the capacity to and the knowledge behind to build electric or hybrid driven vessels that are not all of them existing in Europe. There are even more, but that is part of them. And true to say, in our region, it is still a question from the even client side, what companies could do such an installations. And the lower two rows are the companies who produce firstly electric motors, and also below is some companies that provide batteries and IPTs for charging technologies, and even spare produces also batteries and total complete service to make the boat electric driven. So that was the not very long presentation. Coming to the conclusions, the short distance passenger vessels is quite perspective as a vessel type at the moment to make it electric or hybrid driven. It's quite rapidly developing in technological way also, and new vessel concepts and new vessels appearing based generally on different technology combinations that can be either pure electric, where solar, hydrogen and battery power used, and that could be hybrid. It's diesel electric. It's not pure diesel electric like in conventional diesel electric, but with the usage of battery powers. And worth to remember also the information from my last presentation, even in only in our area, where even Klaipeda University also is involved, is the project of electric autonomous ferry, and our own project in the frameworks of frames of ELMAR project. And as far as I have some information, at least there is in our region, there is going speaking and thinking about at least 2 electric, even pure electric or hybrid vessels for different applications. So then coming to the conclusions, also the choice of the technology is mostly depending on the vessel's traveling distance and speed. For shorter distances, pure electric drive is more preferable. As far as for longer distances and higher speeds, hybrid would be more practical at the moment, mostly from infrastructure and technology readiness view. Potential development of perspective or recommendation for companies from the South Baltic region where enter to the supply chain of this segment would be as follows. It was also made by Klaipeda University sales market analysis for Baltic country region. And again, as I was already saying, the main gap is the ready solutions for electric propulsions for different types of vessels. However, the last information also that I hear recently, that we have one shipyard in Tallinn in Estonia that is at the moment producing around 100-meter long ferries. That's generally car passenger ferries. And as far as I know, they either have commissioned or will soon commission the ferry. So that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasilij. You're really good in time, I would say.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do we have some questions, Romy and Liana?
No, we don't have any questions yet.
Yes.
Maybe during waiting for the Hubert, I will answer the questions which is in the chat window. Mr. Harald Arndt sent the information that the energy demand for the vessel is summarized for the best worst case propulsion, main speed, wind speed from ahead, and worst case hotel load, winded climate, night voyage, max passengers, means the electric load balance to be taken in consideration to specify the power for hybrid electric propulsion. Yes, I agree with you that during the energy estimation, we must take into the control all loads which appear on the boat. But in my presentation, I showed the special simulation program model for calculation only the requirements for propulsion. As well, in my propulsion, I also put the information about the speed which blows oppositely to the direction of the boat. And as I remember, it was 25 kilometers per hour speed, which is in opposition to the direction of the boat. But additionally, this one is for the transportation.